Hi everyone, it's GuuuuD. I'm getting ready to make dinner. I thought I'd make a video for you. This here is the stock and the fat that's left over from the previous video. Other things that you can do with your canner. What I do, a little prep work to do first. I got to get the fat off of the stock. So this is how I do that. I'm going to grab you. Hopefully it's not too shaky. Alright, so this is what it looks like. I just kind of get one end, break it away, and then I stick it in my cast iron skillet. What I'll do is I'll try to get as much of this up without getting a lot of liquid in it, and then I'll heat it up in the pan, and then evaporate the rest of the liquid off of the fat, and then I'll store that later. Okay. Notice that's the stock. It's like chicken jello. That's good stuff right there. Usually what I do is I can that, but what we're going to do today is I'm going to make chicken and dumplings, and it's probably a different type dumpling than most of you have ever made. It doesn't use any kind of a leavening agent at all. It's basically, I'm going to use some of this chicken fat, flour, salt, some of this chicken stock, and some eggs. And what I always forget to leave the eggs out so they get warm. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run some hot water. This is what I normally do. I'll run some hot water or warm water, and I'll excuse me, I'll throw the eggs in there, because when your eggs are at room temperature, you'll actually get some lift, almost acts like a leavening to your dumpling or whatever you're baking or cooking. Alright, when I get to that point, I'll show you what I'm doing. Alright, I wanted to show you something else. Here's the fat. It's starting to melt down, and it's going to get the liquid out of there. Here's the chicken jello. I haven't started that up yet. Doing a little heat there. But the chicken I wanted to show you for the chicken and dumplings, I freeze it in the freezer. I get it at a local grocery store. It's our local IGA. Several times a year they have it on sale. This here is split breast, and several times a year they have it on sale for 69 cents a pound. So I get as much as I can fit in my little freezer. I bring it home and I repackage it. So that's what I'm going to be doing between now and the next time that you see the update on the video here. I'll be putting this into the chicken stock, starting that up, cooking this chicken up. I'll take it out, debone it, set the chicken aside because I don't like it to swim in the broth too long. It seems like it gets all the flavor out of it, and that's not what I want. I don't want non-flavored chicken when we have chicken and dumplings. The next point I'll show you is how I'm making the dumplings. Alright, so I'm starting to make the dumplings now. And what you're going to do is I'm going to take about 2 teaspoons of kosher salt. You're going to add that to 6 tablespoons of fat. I've got chicken fat in here. You can use butter, anything that's got flavor and oil to it. like I said, actually it's about a teaspoon I'm going to use of kosher salt. Alright. Almost like you're making a roux again. And then you're going to add a heaping cup of all-purpose flour. That's good. I'm going to save this for after I get this together. Now this should come together and make like a paste. A really thick paste. Boing. This is going to be good. Alright. And then to this, you're going to add pretty close to a cup of chicken stock. You can also use water. Get that in there. I know you're saying, he's cooking it? You're almost making like a gravy. That's perfect. Alright. Let me see what it looks like. You just saw all my dishes I just did. Kind of looks like this, and I'll get it into like a looking like a paste. Alright. Now it's the consistency of like of dough. I'm going to transfer that into this pan here, and I'm going to add the room temperature eggs one at a time. I'm going to whisk that together, and it's going to almost like in between a batter and a dough. It's going to be real stiff. I'm going to put it in the Ziploc bag. I'm going to cut a corner off, and then we'll get started on making the dumplings. Okay, it's like smooth. The importance of keeping the flour in the pan and then adding the water and letting the flour actually expand is so important before you add the eggs. You can, once you get it that all incorporated, you can take it off and put it in the pan and then add your eggs and beat them in until it's nice and smooth like that. But if you don't do that right now, this would just be a big soupy, it would look like almost like pancake batter, and it would not turn out right. Alright, I'm going to get this in a bag and I'll show you how to make it. Alright, first of all, I do not have a tripod, and I needed 2 hands for this next step. So, you know, as a prepper, I made something. I went out and got the duct tape and taped it to the cabinet. So, whee! Alright, this next step is you're going to squeeze out the mixture and snip it off. Now remember, this stuff will expand. I'm going to turn this down a little bit, rolling a little bit too much. So, however big you snip them, they're going to double, maybe. So it also matters what size hole you cut in your bag. If you cut it too big, you just have a big old dumpling. And this way you get a lot of different ones. And what happens is they're like little pillows that suck up that really good chicken broth that you worked on. Alright. done and show what it looks like. Alright, here it is all done. Good. Put a scoop in here. And some of that chicken that I deboned. That's dinner tonight, guys. Alright. Thanks for watching. Any comments or questions, just get me down below. Alright. Thanks, guys.